When they take a lead, then you're able to answer right back to your team. Kind of what did that mean to you to go to kind of answer back and for your team in terms of the momentum of the game?
Yeah, I think the best part about being able to answer as an individual and as a team is that I can go and get my team fired up. And so I know, like, rounding third, like, my emotion is going to come through to them. And I just want them to take that and run with it for the rest of the game.
Allie, can you guys put in a big picture what this weekend meant for you guys, being able to get 3 wins?
We were finally able to put everything that we've been working so hard for together. We had all 3 cylinders. We had defense, we had pitching, and we had offense. And I think that just proved to us and proved to everyone else that we have what it takes every single weekend. And it might not have seemed like it the past few weeks, and it's been tough on us, but to be able to come back today and get the series, like the rivalry sweep, was really awesome. And I think when we're thinking about postseason, being able to tell the selection committee that we're on the up, we're peaking at the right time, is what we're trying to do here.
What is it like where last weekend you guys find yourselves in last place, and then 3 games later you're now still alive for 4th in the league, and over 3 games? What is that like to experience just that reality of the standings in the span of a week?
Right. We have to kind of keep an eye on them all the time, and we have to think to ourselves, even though it didn't feel the greatest the past few weekends we've been playing, we're still right up in there with everybody else. And so everybody's kind of going through the same thing in the pack, because the pack is a grind. And I think if we keep this going through next weekend, we're in a really good spot, and I think we all understand that.
You feel like with the way Stevie and McKenna pitched this weekend too, there's the potential for that? I mean, presumably you've been telling them all year, hey, we can win with you guys, and then to see them perform like that and get it validated with some victories, what do you think that can mean to them going forward?
It means a lot. I mean, I think McKenna, more than anything, has needed that confidence, and she's a great pitcher. She just needed to, see the results with it. And I think she's been trusting the process for all year, and she's finally seeing the results, which is really good for her, great for us, because now we can rely on multiple arms, and going forward, we know we can rely on her and have her back.
Speaking to that, Stevie, I don't want to say gave up the lead, but there were some runs scored, and then you come right back, get the lead, or tie the game, but take that pressure off of her. One of the things that the pitching staff as a whole has been struggling with is giving up those leads, and the team trying to chase those runs back. Being able to do that right away, can you speak to how that felt personally, and then kind of what that was like for the team to get that lead?
Yeah, I think all year we feel like we've been chasing, and so when it happens, we kind of just brush it off because we're like, oh, we've been here before. We can score runs, and we trust our offense. And I think it's nice to be able to do it right away, because it doesn't really give you a chance to sit back and say, oh man, we need to get this run, or we need to get 2. But being able to come back and tie it right away, it becomes an even ball game before you even have a chance to think. So I think being able to do that as an offense and having our pitchers back right from the get-go allows them to have clean innings going forward.
Allie,
Go ahead.
Allie, you've struck out 6 times this season, which is the exact same as last season. And after today, you've got 9 homers, which is 1 short of your total from last season. Are these numbers that you keep in the back of your head? You try to beat them maybe, or is it just all random?
Stats are evil, and I try not to think about that stuff, because that's when you're not focused on the game and focused on your team. That's something at the end of the year that you look at and you reflect on, but that's not something that you kind of think about going forward, especially with this team trying to go and win a series next weekend and potentially move up to 4th in the pack. So that's great for me, looking back at it at the end, but not so great for the team. So I'll just keep that away from me.
When did you first come to believe that stats are evil?
When my little bloop base hits fall in and my line drives get caught. It's kind of a lie when you have a bloop single and then you hit a shot to the wall and they catch it. So it's just, I think in the end they even out, but at the same time it's not like stats don't always show the picture of what happened.
Just, you've been here since version 1. Could you just, in your own words, speak to what, having Jordan out there today, but what she's meant to this team from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I was emotional out there because we've been through some hard times together. Our fans know since the first year we had so many people transfer out, and having her stick by us and getting us through that year and we did really well for what we had. and having her there, and then having the experience she did going forward through these past 4 years, and she's been mentoring our younger pitchers, and it's just been an incredible ride with her. And it was really upsetting today to see that she's walking for the last time at the Jane, but she has left such a great legacy on this team, on individual pitchers, on individual people, and I'm just, it's crazy to think that it went by so fast.
And then also to Hannah, she was a walk-on, basically put the backbone into the team in that version 1, because you guys were short-staffed, you didn't have enough bodies. And she goes from a walk-on to being an integral part of this team. Can you speak to what she's meant to the team?
Yeah, Hannah's just had the heart and the fight for all 4 years. She came from, like she said tonight, like she came from a small town in Oregon, and all she wanted to do was play for the Ducks and make a difference for the Ducks, and she's 100% done that. I love Hannah and everything. She's a great teammate, and I've had the privilege of playing alongside her, and she has pushed everyone else around her to be better, and this team is definitely going to miss her.